Hello everyone, this is Maggie. Welcome back to my channel. To my subscribers, thank you so much. To the newcomers, thank you for coming. Please subscribe, share, comment, like. It helps us grow our channel and it makes us keep going. So I thank you so much for being here. We are on the continuation of the centerpiece with the carnation flowers. So this is part 2. I might have to go to part 3 because we still have the outside to do around the carnation flowers, the closing. Anyway, we'll get to that. We'll see how long this video is. If it's too long, then I'm going to have to go to part 3. So I've already done one side of the table runner. I've added all my flowers already on it. And we're going to do the other side. So I'm going to teach you how to add them on. And we're going to take it from there. So this one is 44 stitch. On the 44 stitch, you will need 20 carnations. If you're doing the 33 stitch, then you will need 18. So each time you add 10 more, you have to add 2 more flowers. If you do less, like the 33 stitch, that will be 18. So we are just going to get started on this. Another thing I wanted to mention before I forget. The best way to do this, in order not to stall you doing one by one and then grabbing, continuing, and so on and so forth, the best way is to do these carnations. Leave the leaf on like this, the yellow leaf. Don't do the other leaf like this. You can do it as you are going to add it onto your pattern. So do all 20 of them like this. Put them aside. Come back to it like I have. I got all mine here. And as we add the last row of the leaf, okay, then we are going to add onto our pattern. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to add on the corner of our pattern, on the corner of it, right here. Probably need a little bit more of a close-up. Okay, another thing I wanted to mention, as here you have the separations of the two 4 stitches on the same one, remember? So we're going to stick it here, and then we need to count 1, 2, 3, 4. On your 4th one, that's where we're going to add the middle carnation. Then we're going to skip again. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to add the other part of the carnation. So it has to go like this, 2 parts. And then we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the last carnation on this corner also. Okay, so we're going to start by this corner here. Now on this corner is only going to be 1 carnation. So we're going to go into the corner here. And close it up. And we're going to continue on building our leaf. So nothing, whoops, my hands are slippery. Been over stitching, I think. I'm sure some of you crochet makers, you guys know what I'm talking about. You work so much that your hands start sweating a lot from the needle, as it's happening now to me. Okay, so we are going to finish up this leaf, which it seems like it's forever now. I keep slipping out of it. But anyway, and then I'll show you how to attach the second leaf on it. That's going to go in the middle. Be right back with you. until I finish up my flower here. Okay, you guys, so I've added on my first leaf on the corner of our runner. Okay, so now we're gonna add the second leaf, which is very easy, and it's gonna go here like this. So we're gonna add one here, two has to go here, and then we're gonna add the last one here on this corner. So we're going to okay, let me get a close-up for you. So we're going to grab the stitch here on the corner right after, okay? And we're gonna grab it here and we're gonna attach and continue making our leaf. Now you could always go back to the carnation video and learn how to make the carnation flower if you'd like to add this flower to your table runner. I will be doing more tutorials on many different other flowers. Really pretty also. So you could always stay tuned for that. Don't forget when you're subscribing to press that bell notification so you will know when I'm doing the next uploads. Okay? All right. So now that we've done these ones here, let me just back it up a bit so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to count 4 space back. So we're going to count 1, and you know where there's the 2. Get a close up for you so you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you have the 2 here. That's on the same. So there's 1. Okay, let me open it up here. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3. Here on your 4th one. 1, 2, 3. On your 4th, you're going to add it in. Okay, and we need to add in 2 leaves. So then we count 4 more and we add on again. Or if it's too complicated, you can see it by the holes here. If you find it complicated to know which one it is, then you see the holes here. See these the holes here? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know you have to add it on this one here. Okay? So we're gonna add on here. And go back and finish your leaf. And we're almost there. Okay, so now we are going to add, I'm going to count 4 space again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to add it right on this one here. So we're going to add our leaf into this space. And continue with our leaf. And we close it out, and I'll be right back with you with the third leaf, the third flower to add onto the corner. Okay, you guys, so now we are going to do the third flower. So we attach one in the corner, one only here, 2 in the center, and now we need to do one here and one in the corner, exactly like this corner. You can't go wrong. So let me get it close up. Okay, you guys, so now we're ready to do the other corner. So we've attached one, and now we're going to this corner here. So we're going to do it right on the corner and finish our purple leaf here. Okay, and then we're going to go into the second row of the carnations to add on to the pattern. Very simple. And this is what it's going to look like. The first 3 added on to your pattern. Now, we are going to add one here and one here. So we're gonna, I still have to do the leaf around this one, but this one I already got a head start. So we're gonna be adding on to these 2 here. Okay, you guys. So now we're gonna be adding on to these 2 here and these 2 here. So we're gonna grab this one in the middle, and now we're gonna grab this one here. So you have no more left because the other one is already attached. So we're gonna grab this one, and we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 out. So nothing attached on the 4. So 4 stays free, 4 corners of the leaves. We're using only the inside 4 corners. So we're gonna grab it here and attach and continue on our leaf. Okay, you guys. So now we are going to attach to this one here. Okay, so we have one attached, right? Right after, we're attaching. And then right after, we're attaching again. So 2 more attachments on these 2 here. So we're going to grab it and attach and finish our petal. That's the word I was trying to look for earlier, not leaf. Paddle. How's that? Sometimes it just frees the brain. Can't think. You can come up in one language and you can't come up with the other. But we'll manage. You know what I'm saying. As long as I'm showing you and you understand what I'm saying, it's all good. Okay, so now we're going to touch the other leaf, which is this one here. Okay, you guys, I wanted to show you what they look like. So now we have 3, then it's going to be 2, and then 1. So we're going to touch our next carnation, our next flower on here and on here. Okay, so it's going to look like, move this out of the way. It's going to look like this. So we're going to touch it here, on there, and then here, and then on here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then 2, and then 1. Okay. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie, and we are finalizing the last stage of the table runner. So thank you for joining me. To all my subscribers, thank you, and thank you so much for the newcomers. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. It's very important to us. It helps us grow the channel and keeps us going creating these beautiful pieces, and I hope you're going to join me creating them. So to finalize the rest of the table runner, which I have applied all my flowers on it, as you can see on both sides. We're gonna finish the edge with it, and with that I am gonna use number 4. I always use number 4 yarn. This is to complete the edge around. I'm going to use one color, the purple, and probably it's going to take about 3 rows to finish it up. So I'm probably going to use one purple, one mixed purple in the middle, and then the finishing of the purple. Okay, everybody, let's get started on it. So we are going to turn once, make our knot. Okay, so where you see at the edge, right on the corner, we're going to start on this leaf here on the corner, on the first paddle. Okay, so we are going to skip the first stitch. We are going to go on to the next stitch, and we're going to make a stitch on there. We can hide our yarn already as we're doing our stitch. 1, 2, next stitch, next stitch. We're overlapping the stitches. Next one, and we're going to make 2 inside of the space here. 1, 2. So we're going to end up with 2, 4, 6, because in the bottom we have 5. So we skip the first one and we have 5 up top. We're going to do 2 stitch separation and create 2 more inside of the same loop. We're going to the next stitch, overlap it, next stitch. So we're going to make 5 stitches, just as we just did when we started. And we leave the last one behind. So 2, 4, 5. Oh, sorry, 6. Where am I going? Thought something was weird. So 6 here and 6 here. Now we're going to stitch 1 and we are going to come behind here and close it out. Okay? One stitch. Again, the same thing. We're going to skip the first one. We go into the other one. And we're going to do our 6th stitch. Next one. Next one. Next one. And I'm supposed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 stitch separation, and 2 more in the same place. Okay, so now we've done the 6 here, 2 separation, and 6 there. You have to be careful because sometimes, you know, we're so used to overlapping all of them, we have to leave the last one behind. 1 separation, we are going to go behind this yellow leaf. Bring it out. 1 separation again. We skip the first one, we're going to the next one. And do our 6. Sorry, I made a mistake. Just go back to your 6, actually the little loop there. No, not even. Back to your 6th one. Sorry about that. Okay, so we've done the first one. We've done the second one. I'll make sure I do one more here because I took it out. Okay, so we've done 2 and 2, right? 6, 2 separation, 6, the little loop over under the leaf, 1 separation, 6, 2 separation, and 6, 2, 4, 6. Okay, we are not going to touch this. We're going to make 8 chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've done the 8 chain. Where it separates the 2 flowers, we are going to just do once over here. Actually, I'm not even going to do 8. I'm going to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to make 6 chain separation and the loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to go into the next one here. So we skip the first one. We go into the second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to stay like that. 1, 2 separation, 2 inside, and then 1 here overlapping, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We leave the last one, 1 separation. We are going to go behind the leaf and make a little loop there. 1 separation, skip the first one into the next one, and do 6 more. This is how it's going to look like. So we pretty much did this one. So we have 2, 6 chain, close it in between the 2 flowers, 6 chain, skip 1, 6, 2 separation, 6, 1 chain separation under the leaf, 1 chain separation, 6, 2 separation, 6 again. Now 1 separation. It's going to be repeat the all the way around this one one turn. We're going to do repeatedly all the way around. So you know that you're going to have 2 always sticking out. So I never made a mistake here again. My goodness, what's wrong with me today? So 2 sticking out always. I just finished saying it. Thank God I just finished saying it. And we are going to make a 6 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are going to get in between both leaves and tie it in here like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And go back to this one here. Skip this one and we go into this one. And I guess I forgot to do my yarn, hide my yarn there. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 separation. And in the same place, 2 more. And on top of the other one, and the next one, till you have 6. So we leave 1 behind. So it's going to be like that. Okay, from the corner leaf, 6 separation, tie it in between both leaves, 6 separation, then you do the two stems here, 6 separation again, into the next one, and then all the way, you're going to have 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do the 4 of them, and then we do the separation. Okay, I want to show you guys the only time that that you do 4 is the last leaf up top. Okay, that's the only 4 pieces that really stay out, because if you look in all your flowers, they're all attached. There's only 2 free ones, so you know you only have 2 free ones to do because everything else is attached to it. So it's not like you're going to do it. Where there's the space in between them, you know you have to do your 6 stitch. Like I just finished doing the 4, so the only time there's going to be a 4 is going to be on the other side, on the last leaf up top. That's it. The rest is all by 2s. Now you do your 6, And you repeat the same thing as we started on this side. So we're going to do all the way around the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, you only have the 2 leaves here. So we are going to just do the 2 leaves. So make 6. Okay, as you can see. Because if I keep doing always, the video is going to be too long, too heavy to upload. It takes forever. And we wanna finish this up, right? There's like 3 videos on this. It's a lot of time consuming, and so we don't want to just stall on editing and the uploading and downloading and so on and so forth. Okay, so there we go. Now 1 separation, right? Because now we go in by the back. We do that little loop thing, skip 1, and we continue on. So basically you're going to do that all the way around until you get to the other side on the last flower up top. That's when you're going to fill the 4 sides of it. Now we know we're going to, once we finish these 2, we're going to do 6 stitch separation into the separation of the 2 flowers, right? So wherever there's the separation of 2 flowers, it's the 6 stitch separation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we continue on. So it's repeatedly the same thing. You can't go wrong on this at all until we come back to the other row that we have to do. Okay, so like I said, the only time it's going to have the 4 done is the up top edge one. Okay, and everything else, there's only 2 out, so it's not like you can do 4 anyway because they're all tied up, right? So they're all by 2s, and the 6 where it separates, that's where you do the 6 chain separation. Okay, until we come to this side of the last one on this side, right? So we have 4. That's the 4 that we have to fill out. Everything else is by 2s. Okay, and where it separates the flowers, it's the 6 chain separation in the middle, just like we did here. So go ahead and do your row, and I'm going to do mine, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so we are reaching the end. As you can see here, we're pretty much reaching the end. So we need to do 6 in between the 2 flowers and 6 more to attach on the 3rd one here. So if I bring it up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we are going to on the 3rd one here and look it up. So we pretty much did this whole row, this whole turn. It's pretty much all the same, except like I told you, at the edge, the last row, which is the only flower at the edge, it has, back it up a bit, it has the 4. The rest is pretty much all attached on the separation of the flowers. Now, we're going to go to the next loop. Bring you up closer. Right, we closed up. We're going into the next loop. Next stitch. And 1, 2, 3. So we always skip 1. Next one, same thing. Next one, same thing. So we reach the middle, and again, in the middle we're going to do 2. So now we have 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2 separation, 2 more in the middle. And again, we're supposed to do 7. I'm going to skip the last one. We don't do the last one like the previous row we did. We skipped the last ones. 2, 4, 6, 7. Now we go automatically into the second one. We skip the first one and we go into this one here. Okay, and this is going to be pretty much the same thing all the way around. So it's not complicated at all. It's actually very easy to do all of this. So 2 in the center again, and we end up with 7, supposed to. 2, 4, 6, 7. Separation of 2, and 2 more in the same place. Go on the next one, and the next one, and we don't do the last one. So we leave the last, the beginning here, and the last one here. Now, in between both roses, okay, in between both flowers, we're going to do 5 stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we skip the first one, we go on our second one on the next flower. So in between flowers, we do 5 stitch. And we continue on. Two in the center, as usual, and 2 separation. Again, from one petal to the other, no separation. The only time we separate is in between flowers. We do 5 stitch separation between flowers. The petals, there's no separation on the petals. Two separation here, two in the middle again. So we've done the two, no separation between the two petals. We've done 7. We skip the last stitch. We do 5 separation, 2, 3, 4, 5. If your stitch is extremely tight, you can do 6. If your stitch is too large, do 4. Okay? Skip the first one into the second one. And it's repeatedly the same thing all the way around. So there's no mistakes on this at all. Very simple to do. And we have 2 more rows left. 1 complete row and 1 is just little tapering around it, which I'll show you when we get there. So we are reaching the petal. So petal to petal, no separation. We skip the first one. Skip the first one and you do the other one again. So we're up top the rows where they have the 4 petals. Same thing, no separation. Skip the first one into the next one. Anyway, it's repeatedly all the way around. There's no mistake in it. Skip the first one, you skip the last one on the petals. In between the flowers, the separation of the flowers, 5 stitch separation. And that's it. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so we've reached the end. Did the 5 stitch separation. And we're going to go on our third one here. And okay, so we're pretty much gonna go to the next one. And 1, 2, 3. Next one. So we're doing the same thing here. It's gonna change a bit, but not much. Whoops. Two in the center as usual. So this is the last row of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're supposed to have 8 on there. It's the last row. 2 separation, 2 more in here. Okay, we don't do the last one. We are going to do 1 stitch and we're going to go right here in the middle like that. Again, 1 stitch, skip this first one and go on the other one. And we do the same stitch again. two in the center again, 1, 2, 2 separation, and we skip the last one. We don't do the last one. So now we are at our 5 stitch between flowers. So we're going to go right in the middle of it. So 1, 2 on the third one, no stitch separation, okay? Again, we skip the first one, we'll go here. And this is going to be repeat all the way around. So there's no mistake in it. Whoops. 2 in the center and 2 separation. And here. We do not do the last one. Okay. Okay, guys. When we first started, I said to do 1 stitch and then do the middle here. It stays a little bit loose, so there's no need. If you're too tight, then you can do 1 stitch. If you're too loose, don't do the stitch. Go automatically just into here, just like we did on this one here, and no stitch separation. And go on your second one. We skip the first stitch. Okay, so there's nothing to it. It's all repeat all the way around. It doesn't matter if you already have given that 1 stitch, not like it's really noticeable. You don't have to take out what you've done. I've left mine too. It's not like, you know, there's a big boo-boo that's there at all. So over here, we're going to get in the middle. So we count 1, 2, 3, and in the middle we go. Okay, so we've reached the 5 stitch. So we count 1, 2 on your third one. Okay, and that's it. We have nothing else to do different. It's going to be the same thing all the way around. This is your last row, but I'll meet you at the end, and it will be your choice if you want to do the finalization on the next little row up top. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. It gives it a little charm to it. So I'll show you at the end, and you can have your choice of doing it or not. It makes no difference on the pattern as far as size goes or style, but it does give a little bit of a charm at the end. So, but you know, you don't have to. Okay, so here in between petals, we don't need to separate. We don't need 1 stitch separation. We can go straight in it. Okay. And then we skip 1 stitch and we go to the next one. So anyway, I'll meet you at the end of this final row, and we'll discuss about what you can do at the end to finalize, give it a little touch. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so we are at the end. Skip the last one. 1, 2, 3. Go in the middle. Take it out. And we're going to attach it on the third one here. And you can cut your thread, your yarn. We are done with this row. We are done with this pattern almost. Like I said before, it is optional if you want to do the edge around, which I'll show you in 2 seconds. I just want to tie up the loose end over here and hide the yarn already, so I don't have to deal with it afterwards. I like to get it out of the way and hide it in between. Just grab any little loops in the back and get it going through it to hide it. Into these bottom little loops here. At least you know you're sure that your yarn is not going to come apart because it's tied, it's hidden in between all the loops. And it makes a professional job done. There you go. And we pretty much did everything on here. Just cut a little few edges if you see here and there. Okay, so basically this is a very big one, so it's really hard to get it on this little table, but I will be putting it in the counter table in the kitchen so you can see it better. And this is what it's going to look like. Now, the end here, it's optional if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, then it's your choice too. So we have, I don't know if you noticed, but on my flowers, I use 2 types of yellow, like the 2 types of yellow that I have here. I just have the lighter shade and I have the darker shade. So I did the same thing with the flowers. I did the lighter shade on the leaves, and I did the darker shade, which is like these ones. Now, with that being said, you can do the edge optional with the dark color of this yellow, or with this one, or you can just continue with the regular purple one if you wanted to. Okay, let's see if you can see it because there's not much room here. And basically you can grab anywhere, it doesn't make a difference. I'm going to use this one, but I mean, choice is yours, even if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But it makes a great finalization of the pattern, gives it that extra little charm. So you can grab pretty much anywhere. And what you're going to do is you're going to go in and just like that, you're going to hide your yarn as you're doing this. Makes it easier already to hide it. And you go one by one and just like that. Well, that's really wide. Hold on to tighten up my stitch. So just like that. Okay, maybe bring it up closer a bit. Whoa, that's a lot. Damn. And grab your yarn and out. And grab your yarn and out. And grab your yarn and out. Now you're going to hit here the middle. You can go 1, 2, 3, go on the same loop and just make like a little tipsy edge, and then end the same loop and once again. Next one, next one, next one. So that's all there is to it. It's just this all the way around. But like I said, it's optional. It's up to you if you want to do it. I think it gives them more refined. And you can just do that on the edges of the petals. Here we go in the middle. Once, 1, 2, 3. Come back on your same one here and just pull it out. One time in, next one, next one. And it's the same thing like this all around. So all you have to do is just this on the edge. I think I was off camera. These little edges, just on the petals. Everywhere else is just the same. It's just a stitch, regular stitch. Optional if you want to do it. Anyway, I'm going to continue on with mine. And I want to thank everybody for being here. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on this beautiful piece of flower, a 3D flower pattern table runner. And I'm going to go and put on top of the table, the counter, film it a bit, and I'll leave it at the end. And you can have an idea what it looks like once I'm done with the edge and everything else. Thank you so much again, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment, and I will see you back on the next tutorial. And I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do because I have a few pieces of work that I need to send out. So I might just do the tutorial on them since I have to work on them, right? So thank you so much again. Thank you, guys. Until the next video. Bye-bye.